For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for the first edition of the Cory Kephart Show here in 2023. Currently joined by Wheeling University head swimming coach Cory Kephart. And Cory, you guys are back from the holiday break here. Talk a little bit about this break and kind of what you guys did to keep it going in the pool.
Well, we took a little break for Thanksgiving, coming off our shave taper meet at Oberlin, which we were very happy with. Got back into it, brought him back on the 28th of December, and we pretty much worked him hard all the way through till Sunday before classes started. So very happy with the effort that we've got, and we're just getting ready to get some racing in. I think they're way past time that they want to get some racing going. So we did add a meet here on Friday that you'll probably mention a little bit later, and we're going to get some racing going here Friday and Saturday.
And you mentioned that Oberlin meet. Talk about your overall thoughts on that three-day event. You got a bunch of top 5 finishers, an individual champion. Talk about that event overall and how you thought it went.
Well, I mean, we talked about it with me getting here late. We talked to everybody that we really wanted to focus on that meet just to prove to ourselves that despite COVID the year before, a coach leaving, a coach coming in late or whatever, that we were just going to compete. And we went out there. We worked our butts off up until that point, the meet. They got there, and they performed. So the hard work paid off. So we competed day in and day out to get those results there at Oberlin. Unfortunately, the storm rolled in that cut the last day short, and they had some air problems that, we had some actual. One person entered the ER, and one person actually stayed overnight from another team. So didn't much like the season in general. It didn't go as planned, but we adapted and we overcame, and we competed with some very good teams there.
And looking on the men's side, a big performance from Ethan Banks in that one. He finished top 20 in both of his events. Talk about his leadership for this team and kind of what he brings to the table.
Oh, he's a junior. He's by far the oldest boy we got. We do have one senior girl, Meredith, but with Ethan, he's a hometown guy. His parents are involved here with the high school and everything, so Ethan's here a lot. So he's helped me hang flags, run the meets, set up the timing system or whatever. So his leadership goes much beyond just the basic team stuff, but he's sort of like that second or third coach on deck or whatever that helps with the technical aspect of us, doing what we need to do. So he's been a real good person to have around, just doing whatever we ask of him and also the boys ended up, both of them were over 3.5 GPAs, so he's getting it done in the classroom as well. So just everything that we ask of an athlete, he's doing.
And then looking on the women's side, Jade Miller got the first place finish in the tournament and had a great overall 3-day event. Talk about her and how she's kind of progressing through this season.
Well, the event she won was on that last day, and it was not by far, I know, if you ask her, it was not her most pleasant race ever, as she was one that really got affected a lot with the air and everything else. So she gutted it out. It wasn't quite – she had a great swim earlier in the week in the 400 IM, as did, Mara Johnson and some other people. So I really think we were set up to have a really good prelim and finals on that last day. Unfortunately, it just got cut down to a time final event. But, she stuck in there, got it done despite the problems of then having to get back here to campus and then ending up hitting the emergency room later that night. So wasn't what we wanted, but up until that point, that's her best event. I would say up until that point, her off events were very satisfying, and I think that's something we have to move on. As with all the other swimmers also, is they're going to be trying some different things when conference comes around, so that gives them the confidence to attack those events.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head swimming coach Cory Kephart. And Cory, you have 4 more meets coming up before the MEC GMAC Championships in February, 3 of them at home. How big is that to be able to be swimming in your home pool as much as you are here down the stretch?
Well, it didn't work out that way from the beginning. We moved Chatham back into the schedule. Anything at home, we're going to have a nice send-off meet for Meredith, our lone senior. Hopefully have that be our Cardinal night where we get a lot of other teams out there supporting us. So anything at home always gets the excitement going. Sort of like to have them spread out a little bit more instead of week after week after week, but they're ready to sprint right now. They're ready to race, so we're just going to keep going, that Friday night and then 3 Saturdays in a row, just mixing up events, not getting them too comfortable in anything, and then using the week to train for that conference meet and whatever. So they might not be swimming fast in all 3 of those ones, but we'll definitely get up and get a chance to race.
And you mentioned earlier that meet on Friday against Salem added, and then you're off to that tri-meet on Saturday. Talk about these back-to-back meets and kind of how you guys are going to handle the week.
Well, it started out the Friday meet as something to help Salem, as they added a couple swimmers, a water polo player, and a transfer that they need to get so many competitions in. But we also have Olivia Moyer that's joining us now, transfer in from Siena. So it helps us out too, getting some races in. And on top of that, Frostburg, I appreciate them inviting us down and everything else, but Frostburg's a short course meter pool, so those times sort of don't mean anything to. It's something they swim maybe once a year or every 2 years or whatever. They swim a short course meter meet, so this gives us a chance to get some different swims. So most of the kids are swimming completely different events from Friday into Saturday, so it gets us a little bit of flexibility to do some other things. I did look at it a little bit. I think we have a good chance of going down there on the women's side, and hopefully maybe bringing back 2 wins, but definitely like to get at least a split out of because West Virginia Wesleyan is there as well with Frostburg. Hopefully we can bring back 2 wins there. We made a lineup up, pretty strong lineup with 2 people in every event, which means a lot of people have to do some things that they've never done before. Asking Maria Jones, Mara Johnson into doing some things that they haven't done in a while, or at least not at the college level. So, I just want to see them get up, accept the challenge, and let's try to get out of there with a couple wins.
And finally, talk about some of your goals down the stretch for your team as you get prepared for this championship event in February.
Right now, it's a long season. Coming out of winter training, the grind and everything of that, even though I sort of tried to prepare them, we adapted a little bit. I think I ran them a little too hard for a while there, so we backed off a little bit, but I just want to start getting and building the confidence to get towards February with a positive mindset. So they put in the work, and now they just got to keep that mentality to stay positive and get what they deserve out of their hard work in February.
Thanks, Cory. Good luck this weekend. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thank you. Take care.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.